Well, we have one speed week race down and one more to go. Hey, what's up guys, it's Sam here. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to be talking about RaceInformer for the Daytona Duels, and we're also going to be talking about a clash that happened on Sunday. First off, we got some news to talk about. So some big news, probably the biggest news of the week besides the clash. William Byron will be the pole sitter for the Daytona 500. It's his first career pole. I don't think really anybody was expecting that he would get the pole. I was expecting that Daniel Hemrick was going to get the pole, and he did come pretty close. See, I think he started 4th or 5th or something like that. He won't actually be starting there because it's, I mean, he might, I don't know, but the duels are what like decide the starting lineup past the first row. Also in other news, J.J. Watt, he's a Houston Texan defensive end. He will be the Grand Marshal for the Daytona 500, so he'll be the guy who will be like, drivers, start your engines. I think he'll also be waving the green flag, so that'll be cool. And Kevin Harvick had some words to say about the clash. He said that the clash should not be a thing. He said that the Gibbs cars, they all crashed, and it was something like $300,000 a car, and it adds up quickly. I mean, my opinions about that are it's a non-points race, so I guess it doesn't really matter if you run it or not. I feel like it should be optional for the drivers who, you know, want to run it, or the drivers who are eligible to run it. I feel like it should be optional. I think it is optional, honestly. I mean, you're not going to get like any, I mean, they're not going to really do anything if you don't run it. So, I mean, I understand Harvick's thoughts about it. It is a lot of money that it takes up, but I feel like it should be like an optional thing. Maybe like if Gibbs doesn't want to use that much money, you know, to risk wrecking up the race cars, maybe just send like 1 or 2 guys out. All 4 cars were eligible, I believe, so maybe he just sends, you know, Kyle Busch and Martin Truex out for next year, but I don't know. Alright, now we got the race rundown from the clash. It was a lot of rain. Rain happened all throughout the day. They went green, they raced for 10 laps, or they raced for 8 laps, and then they red flagged it on lap 10. It was about a 25-minute delay, sitting under a red flag, and then they went back racing, and they were racing until, you know, 25. That's when the competition caution was, or the stage end, I think. I don't know exactly which one it was. I don't know if there were stages in that. The caution, and then they went back green for another 15 laps, and then the rain came at lap 39, and then they red flagged it at lap 41. And it was under a red flag for about 15 minutes. And then there was a big crash that happened, a huge crash. Johnson was trying to take the lead. He ended up making contact with Paul Menard, ended up spinning Paul Menard around into the entire field. Like, I think only 4 cars got out of the wreck undamaged, so. And then Paul Menard was done for the race. Denny Hamlin was done. Eric Jones was done. A lot of guys were done. A lot of guys who were still in the race, but were pretty damaged up. Only like 4 cars who did not get any damage whatsoever. But after that, the rain came. Like, right after the crash happened. They couldn't even go back green. It was pouring down rain. They ended up calling the race at lap 59, so it was a rain-shortened race, and Jimmy Johnson ended up being declared the winner, 16 laps short of the race. A lot of people don't think he deserved the win. I feel like, you know, I see where you're coming from. I don't think it was really, I mean, it was obviously an aggressive move, but I don't feel like he meant to wreck him. He meant to, you know, kind of get past him, try to make a move. He knew the rain was probably coming soon, so he wanted to make a move. I can't really blame him for trying to make the move. What I wish had happened is that there was another restart to kind of prove that he, you know, would have won the race anyway. But there was another restart that was able to happen, so he kind of just got handed the win after wrecking the entire field. Like I said, unintentionally, but still wrecked the entire field. So I feel like he should have gotten another shot to prove that he deserved the win. I mean, it's just a non-points race. It doesn't really matter. But that kind of breaks his winless streak. Not really. It was a non-points race, so it doesn't really break his winless streak. But it dates back to Dover in May of 2017, so, or June of 2017, so it's been quite the winless streak, but it's not over yet because it's not a points race, but at least it's back in victory lane in some form or fashion. Alright, so now we got to talk about the duels. The duels are 2 races. There are 2 duel races. Each of them are 60 laps long. I think there's like 20 cars in each of the races. The finishing order for each of those races will be pretty much the starting order past the front row. William Byron will be starting first, Alex Bowman will be starting second, and then like after that will be like the second row and farther back will be like the determining starting positions. So like Duel 1, whoever wins Duel 1 will start 3rd, whoever wins Duel 2 will start 4th, whoever finishes 2nd in Duel 2 or Duel 1 will start 5th, whoever finishes 2nd in Duel 2 will start 6th, and so on back. But so it was pretty much qualifying on Sunday, which is qualifying for the pole. But my predictions for the Duel 1 race, I already checked the starting lineup for each of them. My prediction for the Duel 1, I think Jimmy Johnson will go 2 for 2 so far in Speed Weeks. He will get the Duel 1 win. Nobody has ever won all of the races in Speed Weeks. Denny Hamlin in 2014, he won the back then it was called the Sprint Unlimited, but it's the Clash, and they won Duel 1. But he finished second in the Daytona 500, so he came really close. But nobody's ever won all three. I know Matt Kenseth one time won the Duel, and then he won the Daytona 500. So nobody's done the clean sweep. Maybe Jimmy Johnson will do it this year. He's already got one down, but he needs 2 left. And then my prediction for Duel 2, I think Chase Elliott's going to win that race. So that's my prediction. Who do you guys think will win the races? Who do you guys think will win the duels? What do you guys think about the Clash? Should it be a race? Should it not be? From what Kevin Harvick said, I think it should be, but I feel like it should be kind of like optional to drive. I mean, they're not going to fine you for not driving in the Clash. Like, it's a non-points race, so it doesn't really matter. The duel does matter though. The duel is like a race that like determines the starting order, and I think they give like 10 points. I think that was something that happened like 2 years ago. Was that like, let me look at that. Yes, so the top 10 in each race earn championship points as is in a normal stage. Like first place will earn 10 points, second place will earn 9 points, it'll go all the way to 10th where they earn 1 point. There is points that happen. It's not much points, but it's still something. It's like a normal stage race. But yeah, guys, if you guys like this video, please like on it. If you dislike this video, leave a dislike and a hate comment. Tell me exactly what you did wrong. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, and as always, goodbye, kitty cats.